Art, it just hangs on the wall. Who needs it? Actually, we all do. Art nurtures our curiosity, fuels our imagination. It's very subjective. We select art that makes us happy. A visitor to my gallery wrote, "Beyond the beauty and beyond words, 'tis humbling to get a glimpse of an unseen world that was always in plain view." Why focus on oysters? I get asked that a lot. As luck would have it, I live on the Canadian Oyster Coast in Tyne Valley, Prince Edward Island, home to the Canadian Oyster Shucking Championship. Recent times have reminded us of the personal joys found in nature. Oysters are a natural subject, full of history. Our Malpac oysters are world-renowned. Since I'm actually allergic to oysters, I'm convinced they found me to share their phenomenal beauty from an original perspective, using my macro photography skills to highlight their environmental impact and call attention to the oyster industry. It helps their profile. Science confirms that when you have a happy experience combined with a surprise, it intensifies that feeling, that happy feeling, up to 400%. That happens with oysters, with the oyster art, in 3 steps. First, you stop. People are unexpected, and it makes them stop in their tracks, immersing in the moment. Visitors to my gallery go from oh to whoa, literally. Then they try to figure out, make sense of what they're actually looking at. It's not made with paint. It's a photograph of an oyster shell. It actually exists in nature. Then it's just instinctive. When something happy happens, you want to tell other people. The art's provenance is like a secret that clients have, and they're happy to share it. 54 photographs were taken of this small section of an oyster shell from Virginia to create this piece of art called Emanation. People owning oyster art enjoy the surprise experience. Many times when a guest asks, "What is that?" the reply, "Well, what do you think it is?" triggers conversations where the observations are as varied as the viewer. That looks like outer space. Is that a satellite view? Look at the oyster astronaut in the middle of that. The stories evolving around oyster art are enjoyed over and over again during this share cycle, and they transition with the changes in your life as well. Shannon from Nebing, Ontario, had visited Prince Edward Island and bought Exuberant as a reminder of her trip, and she wrote, "It's been over 2 years, and oyster art on my wall has never ceased to move me." Ross from Mississauga, Ontario, he said that Breakthrough reminded him of large waves from his birth country in South Africa. That meant so much to him, he had that printed on acrylic 90 inches wide. Oyster art is one of a kind. It's a niche market. As far as I know, there's nothing else like it. It appeals to collectors, but also to people that want something that not everybody else has. It's not mass-produced. It's important to share things that happen that are happy. My goal is to create regionally exclusive collections on public display where everyone can have a personal connection with nature through the art. They're not just abstract pieces. They bring attention to nature, to the oysters. In turn, that platform will promote Oyster Art collection and its availability for online purchase. I've given each of you an oyster shell, and I want to show you what you've actually had in your possession, starting with Kathy Bennett. Multifarious, 18 photos. That shell was from Stanhope. Wendy, yours is called Percussion. 40 images, 4 times magnification from Freeport, Maine. Kathy Rose, yours is called Metamorphosis. 22 photos, the shells from St. Chrysostom. Margaret, yours is called Rebirth. 37 photographs from Skirman's Point, 2 times magnification, and the camera moved at 1/10 of a millimeter between each of those photos. Beyond the beauty and beyond words, 'tis humbling to get a glimpse of an unseen world that was always in plain view.